what we're looking at right now. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Ms. Hey, Lat. Or hey, Ms. Hey, Liz and Matt. Yeah, we're dealing with showers and thunderstorms kind of working their way through the area. It's been a wet and stormy morning so far today. You can see action mainly south of Baton Rouge right now, and that is where it's expected to remain for the next couple of hours. It'll be a persistent rain. We'll accumulate some, but we think the flood threat pretty much low for the rest of the morning, and also severe weather threat pretty much non-existent. We do have one little hefty thunderstorm right now making its way through St. James Parish. You can see that right over top of Convent right now, but for the most part, most of these rains will continue south of the I-12 corridor into Ascension, lower Iberville, and lower Livingston parishes. As we zoom in and give you a look at the live First Alert Radar Network, sponsored by Garcia Roofing, you can see those rains stretching from New Orleans out towards New Iberia, right along I-10, Airline Highway, and down towards US 90 as you head towards Acadiana. Here's a look at Futurecast as we take you through the rest of this morning into the afternoon. You can see as those rains continue to push off towards the east and southeast, we are expecting rains to begin to fizzle out as we head towards lunchtime. So we are going to get a break, a lull in the action as we move through much of Friday. In fact, as we go through the afternoon into the early evening, things are expected to remain quiet. Doesn't stay quiet for late evening hours. Notice showers and thunderstorms rapidly return as we get towards 10, 11 o'clock in the evening. Notice heavy rain pockets as well as the possibility of some gusty, strong winds still going to be in the forecast, as well as frequent lightning. We'll continue with off and on shower and thunderstorm action into the pre-dawn hours on Saturday. Mainly dry though for daylight hours on Saturday. We'll continue with a lingering shower, but intensity should be a little bit less as we work our way through the day. As we go into the evening though, another uptick in shower and thunderstorm action as we head towards late evening hours. Even those rains will start to exit. So by the time we get towards Sunday morning and especially daybreak, we're dry for the most part. Could still see a lingering sprinkle or spritz, but otherwise cloudy skies and slightly cooler temperatures expected to prevail. A look at the flood and severe weather threat maps as we continue from now through Saturday morning. Still marginal risks for flooding as well as for severe weather. So low-end risks. We're talking about localized impacts, not expecting widespread issues. 1 to 2 inches of additional rainfall expected across the interstate corridor in Metro Baton Rouge. 2 to 3 inches as you go south towards the coast. So hopefully we can stretch that out over the next 24 to 36 hours, allowing for us limited flood concerns. Festival of Lights tonight, I think we're going to be okay. We'll have a light chance of a shower, but temperatures not expected to be very festive in the 70s later on this evening. Won't see a cool down until we get into the beginning part of next week. You can see Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we start to see that cool down really take effect. Morning lows in the 40s next week, daytime highs mid 60s to around low 70s. So pretty nice next week. That's going to be the payoff for having to deal with these showers and thunderstorms over the next couple of days. Jared?
Jeff, I like that word that you use, spritz. It's a good one.
Yes.
It's refreshing. Outside right now might not look so refreshing, though. This is at I-12 near Millerville. And you can see actually traffic flowing okay, but the visibility, it's not wonderful. It's been reduced, obviously, due to weather reasons. I-110 at Florida coming down towards your screen. That, of course, is southbound. Other direction, northbound, flowing really good. 110's looking significantly improved. Going across the Atchafalaya Basin, you're going to encounter those visibility issues, but really the road conditions should be a little bit less wet. Ambassador Caffrey and over at Johnston Street, 2 accidents over there. On the other side over at Lafayette, on our side, we've got one over at Lanier, and that's Oakview Drive. Burbank, a stalled vehicle. Perkins Road, a crash over at Orleans Drive, and that is a little bit farther to the south. And meantime, we'll keep a watchful eye on that. The eastern part of the viewing area, Livingston going out towards Hammond on I-12, actually looking really good. I-55 corridor, so far so good. More reduced visibility and a couple cones up near the downtown New Orleans area, and that's over at 302 Downman Road. There's a crash over there, also on I-10 eastbound by the Causeway. Now, that's not that far from Kenner, so let's check on that drive between here and the big airport. And right now, it's actually very close to normal. I'd say about an hour, 8 hour and 10 minutes between here and there. Going in the opposite direction over the Atchafalaya Basin, that's going to run you about 48 minutes, but in this weather, that really is about as good as can be expected. And the Plaquemine Sunshine Ferry, to this point, I keep checking it out, but it is still out of service. We'll keep you updated. Matt and Liz, back to you.
All right, not too bad on this Friday. Jared, thank you. Let's get you a wrap of your news headlines here. Okay, so we've been tracking the weather all morning long. Callie Hubbard and Brandon Shackelford have been in Titan 9 kind of tracking where we've seen that rain go as Jeff Morrow's been watching that. They started out kind of in North Baton Rouge there at Chippewa Street and Lockwood Avenue on the underpass. Yeah. You can see there was a stalled vehicle. If you can kind of make that out there. And so you had folks there, city crews, making sure people did not go under that and kind of detouring people off.
So if you know that part of the world, it's 110 north and you cross over Chippewa. They weren't letting you take that exit anymore because of that right there. It's just a few blocks west towards the river. That turned out to be one of the problem spots. And then as that rain moved through, the problem kind of went south and south and south as that rain began to go south and south. So they were out there in Titan 9 tracking all the problem spots. According to Jeff, you just saw, looks to be smoothing out, looks to be drying out. Now, if anything pops off again, we'll be sure to let you know. Just, that was a bit of an issue.
Before we hit the next story, let's hit power outages briefly because we're looking at Entergy's map right now. EBR customers, if you are an Entergy customer, we've been tracking power outages that have been roughly 1,100 customers out within the last 20 to 30 minutes. Well, we've just noticed that they jumped up to 3,600 customers out with power. Ascension Parish has not changed too much. We're really just keeping an eye on EBR where we're seeing that big jump in power outages. So we're going to continue to watch this throughout the morning. We haven't been able to concentrate exactly what neighborhood that is, but if we're seeing that, just know that Entergy is trying to get out there now that the weather has moved through this first round this morning. They're going to get out there and work to fix that, but we'll also let you know on 9 News at 9.
All right, some other headlines for you this morning as well. We are working with EMS and BRPD, an overnight shooting, a deadly shooting in Baton Rouge along Thomas H. Delpit. Yeah,
and BRPD confirms that they are also working this investigation here. We don't know much than one person was dead. We know that the coroner's office was called out to help. As for what happened, what led up to this, or the identity of that victim, still waiting to see how that plays out too. But if you have any information, call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP.
I want to let you know about this as well. This man still being looked for. Police right now believe he is responsible for the shooting death of his girlfriend, still on the run this morning.
Andre Weatherspoon, if you think you may know where he is, please go ahead and call 911 or Crime Stoppers. There is a warrant out for his arrest.
This was a big bust from actually a number of agencies involved here. East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office, Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office, BRPD, Louisiana State Police. Look at some of the stuff they grabbed.
Yeah, look at that. Drugs, guns, money, cash. You can see a number of items that all those agencies work together to get off our streets. They're staying busy.
8 arrests made with this one as well. So working together to try and make things happen here. I want to let you know a little bit about this as well. We've talked about the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office, their Christmas crusade, coming up on deadlines to be involved with.
Let's talk about the one for families in need. If you are needing some help this year to make sure that toys are under the Christmas tree, well, you can apply to be a part of the Livingston Parish Christmas Crusade program, but you do need to apply in person. They're asking families to come to the next side of the Woodside landfill there in Walker, and you do need to bring certain documentation to make sure that you qualify for the program.
And we've got that right there waiting for you. So if you think you might need to be a part of this, this is a great way to get something for that Christmas morning. Look, Salvation Army is one of those great groups out there that always do so much for us. Yeah. Their Angel Tree program is going strong right now. They've got the Empty Stocking program, the brand new one that Callie Hubbard was talking about. If you're looking for great ways to help out, find this story. Stories, plural. Good opportunities to put a smile on their face come Christmas morning.
We've got all the links waiting for you there on the 9 News app and at WAFB.com. Keeping people in the Christmas mood, right? Folks in Gonzales sure were happy seeing this train stop there. But today, your chances aren't over. You have an opportunity to see this train make its way in Baton Rouge. It's going to be kind of there behind Memorial Stadium there in Baton Rouge. There's not going to be any roads blocked off like there were in Gonzales, but from 4 to 8 tonight, a great opportunity to see the train and Santa.
So if you do this from 4 to 8, right? If you time it out right, so you're doing that. Do you then go here for the Festival of Lights in downtown Baton Rouge?
I think so.
And look, Jeff showed you the forecast. It looks like we are going to have that pocket of clear for kind of this immediate time frame.
Look, one of the oldest traditions in Baton Rouge when it comes to the Festival of Lights and lighting of the trees. There's going to be crew singing out there, dancing as well. It's a great time to showcase and kind of kick off the festivities in the capital area.
All right, so all that going on, that'll be a lot of fun. Again, Jeff was saying maybe don't hang around as long as maybe you want to. That next round of rain could come in. The businesses would very much like you to hang around those.
Oh, sure, they sure would. Frequent the businesses and shop around.
So, last night it was all about LSU women's basketball.
Boy, was
you saw the return of Angel Reese? Coach Kim Mulkey getting her 700th win. That was impressive.
Listen, and it was a packed PMAC, right? She was worried with the weather, with the late tip, but you were telling us earlier too, we didn't know how this was going to pan out, right? Virginia Tech came with a lot of momentum here, given what's going on with the program, but LSU women pull out a win, and they're going to be on a break for a little bit, right?
It's about 10 days. And so a good way to go into that break with a win, coming off a win, then, because a loss, everything would have been the conversations. So that was last night. This is tonight. LSU men's basketball. Actually, it's a pair of South Louisiana teams, Southeastern going at it with LSU. So there's a lot to look forward to tonight in the PMAC. So this is our victim here that we think. So this is one of the breaking news, and the ability to do this here live in the moment is one of the reasons we do this for you on the Plus. This shooting that we were just talking about last night, we now have our victim from BRPD.
Now, authorities tell us 54-year-old Eric Johnson is the victim in this shooting here. And again, this coming in within the last 5 minutes from Baton Rouge police. As for the motive and the suspect here, they haven't named one. So if you can help fill in the blanks again, call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP.
All right, guys, let's leave folks with a look at the forecast as we kind of get ready for what's left of Friday.
Yeah, so the rain kind of pushing towards the south and east, exiting at least for the time being, but we will get another round later on tonight.
And it looks like the roads are starting to improve a little bit. We've had some drama around 110 near downtown, guys, but hopefully this lull in the rain will improve traffic as well.
We're grateful to have you guys getting us through it. Stay with us. We'll see you in another 10 minutes.
Celebrate this holiday season with the gift of a new Honda during Happy Honda Days at Team Honda. And now you can make no payments for 90 days on our biggest selection of Hondas this year, making this the happiest time of the year. Come save now at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda.